Okay, goeienaand, dames en heren. Welkom, ladies and gentlemen. Vanaand is die laaste deel van die vrye aand debatsreeks. Ek wil graag 'n spesiale woord van welkom rig aan ons partyverteenwoordigers wat vanaand hier so is. As ek verstaan, is die ANC, SSP en K-party vanaand hierso. Ja, weggebly vanaand. Just quickly, I want to explain how tonight's procedure will work. Each of the party representatives will have 1 minute to tell us a bit about themselves, who they are, and then I will give over to our guest speaker, Mr. David Harris. Then I will ask a general question to each of the party members, the party representatives. They will have 1 minute and a half to answer the general question. After that, we'll have a quick break for 10 minutes to go get some refreshments. And then also in that time, you can please write the question and then put it in the box. Okay, goed. So, sonder enige verdere uitstalling, gee ek nou oor aan ons partyverteenwoordigers en dan gaan ek ons spreker in die woord stel. Reg? Baie dankie.
Last week someone introduced the ANC, so I don't need an introduction. We're a revolutionary movement, and today is a very nice topic, you know, bars and closing and party, because sometimes we are renowned for too much partying. So possibly I'm an expert. But on a serious note, on the 18th of May, you know there's only one party. That's the ANC.
Goeienaand, dames en heren. Thank you very much for everybody coming. Ek is van die Studentenstempartij. En onze Studentenstempartij het nou vir 'n paar weke baie duidelik gemaak dat die 11 uur toemaaktyd van clubs, pubs en restaurante is absoluut absurd. Dit gaan vir ons oor 'n baie breër ding wat in die munisipaliteit aangaan, dat daar besluite geneem word vir jong mense in die dorp, sonder dat ons as jong mense self die besluit kan neem. Dink nie daaraan as hy pubs 11 uur toemaak en jy moet na jou huis toe gaan en jy moet daar gaan kuier en die ou langs jou moet swat. Dink net daaraan hoe raserig gaan koshuise word. Dink net daaraan die mense wat in die woonbuurt te bly, hoeveel erger gaan dit in die woonbuurt te raak, 'n verhouding wat al reeds so sleg is. Ons as SSP ondersteun verantwoordelike drankgebruik. Ons is absoluut teen die 11 uur toemaaktyd. Ons sê dit moet bly soos dit is. Dis deel van die Stellenbosch kultuur. Jy kan nie net mense ewe skielik laat 11 uur ophou drink, ophou kuier, ophou sosiaal wees nie. Baie dankie.
Hi, Zoran Thompson, K-Party. Yeah, 11 o'clock at night, closing bars. Losers. No, definitely not going to work. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Thank you to our party representatives. Okay, so before I ask you the general question, stel ek graag vir meneer David Harris in die woord. So David Harris is a businessman in town, owner of a couple of our more favorite watering holes in town, so I'm glad to give over to him. I'd like to hear from you. Very welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm actually not here as the owner of a couple of clubs you may well frequent. I'm actually here in my other sort of hat on my head, which is chairman of the Stellenbosch Liquor Forum, and that is the trade representative body of all licence holders in Stellenbosch. The bylaw has been approved by the mayoral committee here. No public consultation, still in denial, and it's out there. And it's just waiting for the provincial premier to get the act sorted out, and then it's going to go through. It's drafted, it's there, and in that bylaw it says 11 o'clock closing. But it's not just about 11 o'clock closing, it also means no trading on Sundays. And there are implications for all of this. Those of you who play golf and like to have a visit at the 19th hole, that's out of the question. If you go to Family like to have cricket and have a drink during your cricket, that's out of the question. If you ever try to book or go to a restaurant in Franschhoek on a Sunday, the single biggest trading day in the week for many of our prestige restaurants, that's out of the question. So there are a lot of issues involved here. I was asked to give an overview of this. I don't have on this issue any party political affiliation, except I think both main parties at provincial and local government have got this issue fundamentally wrong. And it stems from a failure to understand the problems we are faced with in terms of structural alcoholism in the Western Cape. Because Stellenbosch is not just about students. Stellenbosch is about people of my age or your parents' age which live and work in this town, We don't want to go to bed at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. And we earn our money, we entitled to go out to restaurants and not be chased out at 11 o'clock. Or if we're a tourist coming to this town, you can't shut up shop at 11 o'clock or even 12 o'clock at night. I mean, it's ridiculous. Stellenbosch is supposed to be the centre of the winelands. What annoys me about this thing in particular is that we had a meeting today at which, of all the parties which were invited, only the student party turned up, and they said their bit. The members, our members there, ratepayers, businessmen, wanted to ask the key questions. And those questions were this, and perhaps here, some of the candidates here might be able, representatives here might be able to answer them. What are the crime and social implications in a town of 30,000 students, maybe another 20,000 other young people, or having nowhere to go at night time? What are the social implications of that? Where do these people go? They're not going to stop drinking. They're going to be drinking on the streets, in the parks, in the cars. What are the implications for Stellenbosch tourism? Inward investment in the university and the town of a place which shuts up at 11 o'clock and there's no business.
And more importantly than that, what is the subsequent impact on employment, or I should say unemployment in this town, of a collapse, and it will be a significant collapse of the leisure and hospitality trade. Many students rely on the waitering and bar jobs to pay for their way, to supplement their way through education. But more importantly than that, there's a significant number of people from the historically disadvantaged communities in this town which rely on the leisure and hospitality trade for the most basic of jobs to support their families. There is no provision for that in this new Act. And I'd like the candidates, or representatives I should say, to address those matters. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you Mr. Harris. Dit was nogal baie insiggewend, 'n paar baie goeie vrae. I'd just like to test with the party that you write any of those questions down. Because then I would like to start and say, well, why don't you address any of those questions that you would like to talk on? Mr. Harris gave us 3, so you can pick any one and answer one of them, and I will give you 1.5 minutes to do that. So, we'd like to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Firstly, I think I cannot defend indefensible. I think sometimes our legislations are crafted by consultants who have no clue what's happening on the ground. So to come here and say it's not 2011, no, I cannot. Because even myself, I want to go home when I want to go home. I'm an adult here. So basically, I think what needs to be done is across party political lines to begin taking a principal step. And especially what Mr. Harris has said in terms of employment. I know most people, especially in Kamandi, they work at the bars, restaurants. I mean, to deny them a sense of source of income. Because I think we're not in Calvinist, little country. People have a choice. Okay, and I think another thing, we need to solve the problem of alcoholism as a holistically. It's not a question of closing times, but it's more special problems which we put to alcoholism. So rather deal with alcoholism than closing times. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ek wil die vraag begin deur te sê, ek het 1000 handtekeninge in my hand wat ons die afgelope 3 dae ingesamel het van studente vir 'n petisie teen clubs, pubs en restaurante wat 11 uur toemaak. Wys net hoe ernstig die studente is, ons in 3 dae 1000 handtekeninge kan insamel. Dan volgende ding wat ek by wil aansluit, is die werksgeleenthede vir studente, wat ek ook al vroeër gesê het, van waar gaan die studente kuier? Ons gaan nie net eeuwslik ophou kuier nie. Ons gaan die ouete huis daar in Pleinstraat, waar daar sit met 42 mense op met 'n gemiddelde ouderdom van 55. Hulle wil nog elke 11 uur in die aand gaan slaap, maar hulle is juist besig om die jong mense na hulle huise toe te jaag. So ons as SSP sê, hou absoluut die clubs, pubs en restaurante by hulle tye, hou die Sondagtye ook baie studente kry hulle werk, Sondag op wynplase waar hulle toeriste help. En ek wil dit is hoe studente hulle self 'n geleentheid kan gee en om aan te sluit by laasweek se debat, dit is hoe baie studente hulle self uit armoede uit ophef om vir hulle toekoms en hulle nageslag baie meer geleenthede gee as wat hulle gehad het. So SSP is absoluut dat die status quo gehandhaaf word, dat daar 'n plek is vir studente om te kuier en dat ons altyd onthou wat is die verhouding tussen studente en die groter gemeenskap. Baie dankie.
Yes, indeed. Closing 11 p.m. Charming. Closing Sundays. Even more charming. Sounds like, sorry to say, apartheid-style laws where you had ladies' bar. If you were a lady, you could only go to a bar if you were accompanied with a man. I mean, what is this? Yes, closing 11 o'clock, you know what? That's not going to work with me. It never has. 3 o'clock in the morning, eating a shebeen, grabbing a bottle. We've all done it. What's wrong with that? If you feel like drinking, you're going to go drinking. Bottom line. More crime, if they close at 11, definitely. My first thought is 1917 America, where alcohol was completely illegal. What happened? The mafia. It still exists today. They're in prostitution, drugs, but they were created by alcohol. Bottom line, by the prohibition.
Thank you very much, party representatives. Dames en heren, daar gaan nou 'n 10 minute break wees. Graag asseblief vir ietsie om te drink. Please get yourself something to drink. Okay, thank you very much. Aan die SSP. Indien die nuwe toemaaktyd wel deurgevoer word, watter middele sal die SSP gebruik om die besluit om te keer?
My broer die van die ANC het die antwoord. Dis toi. Net om vir julle 'n voorbeeld te gee, is aan die begin van die jaar was daar 'n nogals 'n optog gewees teen studentengelde en ek was nogals in die burger heel voor met my rooi vuvuzela, heel ironies dat dit ook vandag ons partylogo geword het, heel voor studentestemparty. En as jy kyk het na die optog daarna oor veiligheid in die Bibgat, daar was meer as 1000 studente, is al 'n duidelike boodskap. As iets jou persoonlik in jou hart raak, dan toi jy. Dan sê jy vir mense, dit is nie aanvaarbaar nie. Hier is ons nog 'n voorbeeld. As 1000 studente wat in 3 dae gesê het, ons is teen hierdie nuwe beleid. As dit nie 'n antwoord is nie, as dit nie duidelik is nie, dan weet ek nie wat duidelik is vir die ouete huis in Pleinstraat nie. Baie dankie.
Baie dankie. Okay, the following question is for the ANC. Do you have a view in terms of the proposed legislation with regards to liquor laws in Stellenbosch? And how you presuppose the 21 of age ban on alcohol will solve this problem?
I think for me, this legislation should go back to the drawing board. And the first thing is consultation. That's why I like to warn my friend from student party. Once you are in university, whatever municipal council, you'll change your tone. And that's why sometimes I hope it can be civil society, because politics chief is something else. Because people who are sitting there on councils, they think for themselves, not for the people. But I'm just saying, collectively, we need to, across party political lines, even the DA itself, whatever it is, I think we need to, first of all, resist this legislation. And the issue of 21 years, I mean, if somebody can marry at 18, why should he drink at 21? I mean, it's ridiculous. So we're just saying, let's just treat everybody as adults. And I think if people will take the responsibility, they can act responsibly. We cannot be able to babysit 20-year-olds. I think it's impossible.
To the Cape Party, I hear you say that closing at 11 p.m. is not practical. What solution or solutions do you think will best suit the situation in Stellenbosch?
The easiest way to go around this one is to say, right, what kind of business are you? Are you a coffee shop, a nightclub, or a restaurant? And fall into different categories. If you are a coffee shop, you open until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't need any more than that, so let's give you a 5 o'clock license. If you're a restaurant, hell, why make things complicated? Say, right, you can go until 4, like you would with any nightclub. Why make things complicated? Let's keep it simple, people. People are going to want to drink, bottom line. Even if we stop at 4 o'clock, hell, I worked at a restaurants in brackets, that opened up 9 o'clock at night and closed 8 o'clock in the morning. This is in Sea Point, and how we were packed every single day of the week, despite the fact that we were trading illegal. And everyone knew it, and even the police knew about it, and no one had a problem with it. So, it's gonna happen. Bottom line, why have bollocks around us? Let's just go off and make things simpler, I guess.
Thank you very much. Goed, dames en heren, ons het aan die einde van die aandse verrigtinge, die formele politieke verrigtinge bereik. Besoek gerus vryestudent.com om die terugvoer van die stemming te kry, as ook die goeie video's, die opnames wat gemaak is van die vraag en antwoord sessies vanaand. Daar's ook 'n paar uitstekende video's van Simon Swerwer daarso, so as julle weer na die lekker tunes wil gaan luister. Geniet julle aand en natuurlik ook julle vakansie, gaan stem. Baie dankie. Totsiens.